Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, anywhere you are watching Wytv. You welcome to another edition of Trends where we talk about the trending news. My name is Ahmed Abbas or Latin but you can call me Sidon J. And you know the sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abbas, and you can as well be one of our sponsors. You can call the number you're seeing on the screen or you can send us a DM and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Now today, without wasting much of our time, let's go into the business of today. The first trending news here is about the 137 school children abducted from Kuriga, Chikun local government area of Kaduna State that was being released. So the question is, you know, earlier the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said no ransom must be paid to the abductors, like all these bandits that kidnap these students. The president said they should not give them any amount of money. But Gumi, who is in between the government and the bandits, said the government should try and negotiate with the bandits so as for them to release this students. But then we got the news that the students were being released today by the Nigerian military. Had to go there and make sure the children are safe. But it was said that one of the teachers that was being abducted, one of them lost his life, and the other one is in the hospital receiving treatment. But thank God they could recover at least 137 students back to Abuja. Well, so they said they were being released yesterday and arrived at the government house in Kaduna. And if you check the screen right now, you will see the students sitting in accordance with the same uniform with their hijab and all. So now the federal government said that they could achieve that with the initiative of the president of not encouraging more kidnapping in Nigeria, and that is why the president said at all costs they must make sure there must not be ransom paid to the bandits, and it has been done because the military had to, you know, save these children from the hands of the bandits. Well, on Sunday, the Kaduna State government announced the release of the students, which was yesterday, and this was contained in a statement signed by the state governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sane. So I feel now the Nigerian government are really trying when it comes to security aspect, because I think this is a good way to curb the kidnapping issue in Nigeria, because they have become rampant, most especially in the northern part of Nigeria. So now that they release these pupils and students without collecting one naira, so I feel now they should adopt this style of trying to go about kidnapping issue in Nigeria. Well, let's move on to the next one here. No fewer than 7 people lost their life from a stampede during an almsgiving exercise at Shafa Holdings Company PLC on Jos Road in Bauchi State yesterday. So I want to talk about this stampede of it. You remember last month, whereby the customs in Lagos State were sharing seized rice, selling it 10,000 naira and 50 kg 20,000 naira or so, whereby we got to know that they stopped due to the fact that people died, like almost 7 people died in the stampede in Lagos State. Now, I think they should have, these are people in Bauchi State, at least they should have reason on how to share these alms giving or whatever they are giving, maybe palliatives or whatever for the Ramadan period. They should at least put some measures in the way that the thing will be shared without anybody, being killed or anybody losing their lives. So the stampede occurred at the Shafa Holdings Company PLC headquarters along Jos Road at about 10 a.m. when the company was holding its annual Zakat exercise, and otherwise known as almsgiving, to help the less privileged in the state during this month of Ramadan. But then it didn't go well, because the 7 people lost their life, almost 7, even more than some other people that are still in the hospital receiving treatment. But then we lost 7 people to the stampedes because people were pushing themselves trying to get 1 or 2 from the almsgiving, and this end up losing 7 people to the stampede. Now I want to ask government, if you want to share something, at least you have numbers, the numbers of houses, people that are vulnerable. At least you can try and take whatever you want to give them. I'm talking about the company now, the Shafa company. At least ask for although if they should give the head of the community, most of them will not share it accordingly. They will just keep it to themselves. And I feel the best way to do this is to make sure you have security standby, then you people lining up and getting what they have to get peacefully, not there losing their lives in the process of trying to, like, you know, get something to eat or get something for themselves. They lose their life. That is too bad. It's not good enough. But then I think the state government should try and come into this. Anybody sharing anything in this month of Ramadan or whatever time you want to share things to the vulnerable, you should try at least put some measures to make sure the safety of people is the priority. So it is important you make sure there is no problem of pushing or anybody trying to, you know, any form of misunderstanding when it comes to sharing of a thing. There should be proper arrangement for anything being shared according to this news. The people there, the Shafa company, I think this is not the first time they are doing this, and they should have known that people would try to do some funny things to make sure the arm giving is not going well. But then we lost 7 people in Bauchi State due to stampede in Bauchi. So let's move on with the next one here. Talking about Anjawala. Yes, Anjawala, the Binance African Regional Manager. Yes, he escaped from custody on March 22, 2024. This is a funny story, because I don't know the reason why someone that is being apprehended and being remanded in a custody. So you now tell me he escaped just like that when he's not a fly. I don't know how he got to escape. So which means something is fishy. So they need to look into it very well. I know the investigation is currently ongoing, and I don't know how a grown-up man that has 2 eyes, 2 legs, and you kept him somewhere and you said he escaped. How come? So now they said he escaped from an Abuja guest house where he and his colleagues, Tingran Gambaran, were detained for alleged tax evasion. Now, you detain someone in an hotel. I don't understand. Like, okay, even if it's an hotel, at least there will be security around, because you can't just detain someone and not give any tight security around that area. So they said that this man was being detained alongside with Tigran Gambayan, one of his colleagues. So, but then he was the only one that, you know, escaped from where they were being detained. Well, the personnel responsible for the custody of the suspect have been arrested. Yes, the security in charge of the custody has been arrested, and a thorough investigation is ongoing to unravel the circumstances that led to his escape from the lawful detention. Now, I want to say this, you know, if there is not, if it's not like something is fishy, at least this man will not be able to escape if there is no hand of the in-house, you know, in this. So they need to do their thorough investigation. They need to do it very well so as to bring out the culprit that led to the, you know, escape of this particular man. Well, meanwhile, the Binance, in reaction to the development, said the safety of his manager matter. So now, the problem now is the Binance can sue the government, because now they said they detained someone, and in detention the person is nowhere to be found. So which means Nigeria is going to provide this man to the Binance because they are still on the case. Yes, it's not like they've already sentenced anybody to prison or they've taken anybody to court. It's still on detention, and you have to detain. You put someone in detention in an hotel where this man escaped. So the security and everyone that works in that hotel, they should be held responsible for the escape of this Binance manager. Well, let's move on to the last one of today. Residents of the Asian city of Gombe State, yes, are battling acute water scarcity amid intense heat waves. We know that in the northern part of Nigeria, most especially this period, the heat is much, and everybody has been shouting, you know, talking about the heat that is all around the country. But particularly in the northern part of Nigeria, the heat is extraordinarily much. So now they said there is scarcity of water in Gombe State, a state where we have governors, where we have commissioners, where we have a chairman of local governments and councillors. I feel they should try and do something about this, because the people there have been dying of heat. You know, heat kills even more than cold, because I don't know how they cope in that area with the level of the sun shining in that state, Gombe State. Well, with temperature reaching a scorching 40 degrees Celsius, residents of the state are struggling under the hot sun, and there is no water. This is too bad. Yeah, I feel even if people cannot eat, at least they should be able to get water, because water is life. So the governor of Gombe State, you are being summoned on this to find solution to the acute water scarcity in Gombe State. It is very important for the people of that state to have enough water. Well, some of the mostly affected communities include Ako, Wurobaga, Ganimbara, Malam Jamo, Gamadadi, Konje and Tongo, Lawati, Jalingo, Dumomari, Bogage, and Morari. Abeg, which place remain for the whole of Gombe? So abeg, the Gombe State governor, please do something about this fast, because people are dying in the state just because there is scarcity of water. Well, this is where we are going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji. You can call me Sidonji Omoyagba, the only Idon on Wisdom Yard Television. We'll see you again next time. Be good and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.